Hey everybody, this is going to be a little bit of an update on what's going on with the channel and a heads up for the plan for future content and videos. This is going to be pretty informal compared to my other videos, but I wanted to just stress that we'll be talking about some pretty important stuff. But if you want to skip to any specific part in this, I will also put timestamps in the description. Firstly, I wanted to say thank you to everyone for sticking around these last few months as I took an unannounced break. Nearly 7 months have gone by since my last video, and I'm sure it was kind of a bit confusing since the last thing I had mentioned was that I had a handful of videos planned and in the works. So just to be clear, I still plan on making all of those videos, but for a time I kind of hit a rough patch creatively and I needed to take a little bit of a break. And by no means was my content schedule too crazy, but between the creative aspect of making YouTube content for the channel, that being graphics creation, voiceovers, scripting, audio editing, video capture, and then video editing, and then also the scheduling issues that came with it all, on top of also working full-time as a video editor in the marketing industry. With all of those different things kind of compounding, I had kind of gotten a little bit burnt out. Well, not kind of, I had gotten pretty burnt out. It got a bit overwhelming for me, and honestly, at times I would procrastinate for what would originally seem like days would turn into weeks, and it was really daunting. So I needed a break to re-engage more with my personal life, and also not spend most of my day in front of the computer screen, because that was just the reality of my situation. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone who has become a part of the growing community. Even during this time that I've been gone, we've almost hit 600 subscribers. So I just want to say hello to the new people. And also, again, I want to say thank you and my apologies to anyone who's been here for a long time and who has been patiently waiting for me to get back into it and publish those Dead Space videos and even the different Spartan Generations explainer videos that I had mentioned, so many months ago now. Now, in terms of those videos that I've already said that I would be making, for example, the Dead Space lore videos and the Spartan Generations video, those are all pretty much scripted and ready to record, but I pretty much stopped all production on any of those videos several months ago. Like I said, I was kind of struggling, and also, too, I was struggling with finding a concise direction. And after a lot of thought and quite a bit of rewriting on those Spartan Generations videos, like I said, I would open up a document and I would procrastinate. I'd work on something for 10 minutes and then I'd step away from it. I'd go do something else. And before I knew it, I was just reopening the document several hours later, rewriting the same sentences. Between the burnout and the lack of creative passion at the time, I was struggling to want to put effort into it, which is not at all how I feel about this. I love this. I love making videos. I love sharing information with you guys. I may have even said it before on the channel, but one of the things is, I'm learning as I make videos sometimes. I don't know everything right off the bat. Sometimes I have to do quite a bit of research, and especially with these Spartan videos. I know a lot of the base lore, but yeah, so the Spartan Generations video, I decided that instead of it being one long form video, I'm going to break it into 4 smaller long-form videos, one detailing each generation. And I'd like to record them all at once and release them over the course of a month or so, maybe 2. But honestly, because that was such a difficult time for me to re-engage with my creative side, I need to give myself some more time on that project, and it's going to be put on hold for now. I don't really have an expected time frame on when I'll be picking it up again. But just know that it is actually coming. Additionally, if you hadn't really noticed, I am going to be discontinuing my Canon Fodder summary videos. I just got to a point where I realized that I was beginning to read them and make videos about them less for my personal enjoyment and more for the act of summarizing and making a video. And I know a lot of you people like to keep your personal life and your professional life and even just the things you enjoy separate from the things that you don't really enjoy. I enjoy video editing, I enjoy summary videos, I enjoy making content, but sometimes you lose a little bit of that passion because you're so driven to make a piece of content that you can't necessarily enjoy something for what it is, or at least what historically you have gone to it for. Before I started making the Canon Fodder videos, that used to be a highlight of my month. Every month, getting to sit down, read some lore, read some expanded lore even on some things we may not have known about. And it just got to a point where I was doing it less, like I said, less for my own personal enjoyment and more to just make a video for you guys. And I love making videos, I love making videos for you guys. But it just got to a point where I didn't want to read the Canon Fodder article because I knew that I had an obligation to make the video, which is not true at all. I have no obligation to make those videos. It was just a matter of I had started that, and then it had gotten to a point where it was almost daunting to even open the article and read it because I knew I had to summarize that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, sometimes there are things that you just want to be yours, And I really enjoy the Canon Fodder articles, and I think that Alex, if you're listening, I think you've done a phenomenal job since you picked it up, and I want you to keep up that great work. I think the storytelling that Halo has done, I'm very excited to see where things like Halo Outcasts and the current standings of the Halo universe, I'm excited to see where things go, and I'm excited to enjoy that on my own time. So now, in terms of the immediate future and where you can all expect things to go, at least in the next few months, I've got around a dozen videos planned for this month alone, and I've already finished the editing on most of them, some of which are actually already uploaded to the channel, and they're just scheduled out for release. And something I plan on doing every month moving forward is making a graphic that you can find in the community tab of my channel, which will give you dates for each video's release. This month, being the month of September, sort of has a theme centered around Noble Team, as we'll be celebrating the 13th anniversary of Halo Reach's release, this month. So I've planned 8 shorts and 3 videos, most of which, like I said, are specifically centered around the members of Noble Team. However, I've also made 2 of those long-form videos to be summaries of the Jirahane and Sangheili species. So this will be part of an ongoing series that I'll be calling the Species Profile. I plan on covering every species in the Halo universe, and then once that's complete, I plan on doing the same for other franchises such as Dead Space, Mass Effect, Warhammer, Destiny, or just really any others that people even want to suggest. So as always, I say it in every video. I really mean it. If you have any ideas for any videos, or you want me to talk about a certain topic, or even if you just want to introduce me to a piece of lore from a different franchise, I am more than happy to engage with that. And as always, I want to talk with you guys, so leave me a comment even on this video if you have any ideas, or if you just want to spark up a conversation about Halo lore or anything relevant. And then once this month will be over, I've got a collection of various topics planned, and then I also will be picking up those Dead Space lore videos that I had planned, maybe with the exception of the Dead Space timeline, just because that might be a bit of an undertaking. I totally had forgotten about all of the other expanded media and the smaller games, and I have to figure out how I'm going to get captured footage of some of those other games that I don't have access to at this time. So, but in addition to that, I've got a handful of those species profiles, like I had said, a video where I'll be covering the different species of the Flood, and then a few film summaries about the animated Halo films, films like, The Return and Halo Evolutions, so as well as a bunch of other short video ideas and some snippets from previous long-form videos that I think would do great in the shorts format. So, but with other franchises being mentioned, I want it to be known that I'm going to start incorporating some other franchises into my content. I love making lore videos, and specifically I love making Halo lore videos more than anything else, but there are some other games that I think would be great to cover in the future. Those being obviously, Dead Space. I've already done that, as that's a franchise very near and dear to my heart, as is Destiny, Gears of War, Doom, Mass Effect, Dead by Daylight, Warhammer, and a bunch more, all of which I'm sure that we can agree have awesome lore in them. And I do hope that as I ease back into releasing content, that you all will give those other franchises a chance when I do start utilizing them. But of course, Halo will always be the #1 source of content on this channel again, so everything else is really just going to be supplementary. Now, once this update video goes live, you can expect the first new wave of videos to go public shortly after today on September 1st. So, with the first of those videos being a short about Noble 6. Like I mentioned, you can see the release schedule in the community tab with other details on other videos coming with their release dates. Really important that you guys know what content I'm making, and I hope that you're excited, because this month will be packed with content, and next month as well. Lastly, the probably other biggest point that I need to mention is that I will be changing the channel name from WildWildWes to WildWildWesYT. This aligns well with the handle for the channel that I've had since they introduced that, as well as usernames and handles on my other social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and my Instagram account. Which the Instagram is a new thing, which I'll be uploading some of the old shorts content over the next few months, and really that's just to kind of help build our following here. I've noticed a lot of people coming in from TikTok, and yeah, the biggest reason is honestly the changing of the name is that I think it's going to help me stand out a little bit from some of the other channels that have similar usernames here on YouTube. That way their fans and my fans will not confuse us for any reason. A lot of us don't even produce content that's similar in any way, but which I gotta say, I'm grateful there's other Wes's out there. Pretty much all my life, I've been the only Wes that I've known. So it's pretty cool to see that there's other Wes's, and it's pretty cool to see that like my gamer tag that I've been using for well over a decade, there's other people that thought of the same thing. Alliteration is a cool thing, you know. But yeah, I think having that extra YT in the channel name should be more than enough to help people that are kind of looking out for my content. With that, I think that I've covered everything that I wanted to cover, so I think we're good to end things here. I haven't done one of these in the past, so I hope that this has been informative and helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too scattered. I kind of wrote some points, but maybe I need to write a script next time. We'll see. But like I said, I hope it was informative for anybody who's been kind of confused on what's been going on these last few months, and if you've been concerned about where things were going with the channel. So again, I just want to thank everyone who has been a part of this growing community. We are over 500 people strong, and that is just amazing to me. I appreciate everyone, and I just want you all to know that I'm back, and there's plenty of new videos on the way. So I hope you're all looking forward to what's to come, because I'm excited on where we'll be, at least by the end of the year, and the year after that, and the year after that. But that's all I had to say. So bye for now, and I will see you in the next video.